You've tried all the pieces of a bedtime routine: bath, snack, story, lights out prep, and your autistic child still resists sleep. What if you're not failing and they aren't choosing to resist, but their brain is telling them they need to be alert, that something is about to happen? In this video, I'll show you 3 ways your child's brain can hijack bedtime routine because of a single hormone, and what you can do tonight to improve the situation. Point 1: high cortisol gives you bedtime battles. I know we don't often think about our kids having high cortisol levels, but they can and they do. When your child is stressed or excited, their cortisol level rises. And this is important, and you need to hear this. For kids on the spectrum, that level can stay higher for longer. The brain has told them and is still telling them an alert has been sent out and immediate action might be needed, which is opposite to what we want during a bedtime routine. This high level of cortisol makes it nearly impossible for them to wind down. Wired but tired is often the description used. If your child has trouble settling, consider reducing the level of evening excitement, unpredictability, and/or learn how to move your child's body from excitement to calm. If you need some tips on how to do this, I've linked a free guide below with quick ways to calm your child, or your child can calm themselves. What you can do. High cortisol influences behavior. It's important to realize your child isn't being defiant or resisting you. They are acting the way their brain is telling them to act for survival. To counter your child's high cortisol level, stay very calm and loving. Use fewer words, speak slower, repeat instructions if needed, and be predictable, as we will discuss next. Point 2: be predictable. When we are on alert, we are ready to move at the sign of danger, real or imagined. Predictability is calming. It's telling our brain that the danger is past. We survived, and now is an opportunity to relax and recover. This is why a predictable bedtime routine is essential. Any deviation can become a signal there's danger and to increase alertness. Building a routine can take time, since the changes that are part of building a routine can temporarily increase alertness, but it pays off. What you can do. While there's almost a never-ending list of things that can be included in a bedtime routine, start where you are now with what you're doing right now. Perhaps don't add anything yet. Make it very predictable and remind yourself that it takes time for it to become predictable for your child. Keep it as simple as can be while you're still getting the job done. Ideally, it is done every single night at the same time and in the same way. Curiosity question for you. Have you found something that has worked surprisingly well to relax your child? If you have, please post it below and help out your fellow stressed moms. Point 3: cortisol versus melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that signals night is approaching and starts a cascade of bodily changes to support sleep, healing, learning, and many other things. The problem is, cortisol and melatonin are sort of like two kids on a teeter-totter. In the morning, cortisol should be higher to get us up and moving. In the evening, our cortisol should be low and our melatonin level high. This seesaw relationship is actually a double struggle for people on the spectrum. They often naturally maintain higher levels of cortisol and naturally have lower levels of melatonin. Trying to move the teeter-totter to help with sleep is difficult. There are a number of things that can be done to increase and protect melatonin that you can check out. But for this video, We are only focusing on the cortisol cycle. What you can do. First, reduce your child's excitement level prior to their bedtime routine. Perhaps move anything exciting to earlier in the evening. Then, to move the teeter-totter to reduce cortisol as bedtime approaches, behave and speak calmly, reduce sensory overload, and keep transitions very well regulated and predictable. If cortisol levels are lowered, melatonin is more likely to be present. Does this talk about cortisol make sense? Or is there still something niggling in your brain? Is there more clinginess, fear, and panic than what I described? If so, it could be that your child's alarm system, as well as their cortisol based alerting system, has kicked in. If you are curious what part of the brain works like an overly sensitive smoke alarm, always working to keep your child safe by keeping them alert, click here for the next video and learn which brain structure creates and supports our high levels of cortisol and what can be done to calm it.